Well, these Premier One fences do pack quite a wallop. Got one of their solar chargers over there. Been using it about a year and a half now. The IntelliShock. It does a pretty good job. Usually my big rubber boots keep me fairly well insulated from the ground. So when you're handling one fence at a time, it's not too bad. I've been able to step over them or readjust the fence. But just earlier, I was counting on that and had one fence that I was stretching out, and I forgot to turn off the power to the other. So I had one laid on the ground, and it was in my left hand, and I went to move the post of the electrified one with my right, and man, did I get a shock. That'll do it for you. So just remember, always turn off your fence, even if you're fairly well grounded. Doesn't take much to remind you. It's hooked up to 4 fences right now and easily throws 8,000 volts or more. No problem. Depending on the height of the grass. And I mean, the grass is real high here. There's parts of the fence that are on the grass, quite a few strands. No problem. It's bowed down there, laying in it. Hot as can be. Granted, you don't really want that, but it's not going to stop anything. It does the trick. Keeps the sheep safe. We haven't had any issues with predators. We always keep them in an electric fence. Highly recommend it. I do say the only downside of the Premier One electric netting is it's a pain in the butt to move through the woods. Get snagged on everything. There are other solutions to that. But even this, this is fairly reasonably wooded. On the other side there, it's not too bad. Not too bad if you clear a path and you're good. But when we get it deep in the woods back there, it is a hassle. But up here in the grass, no problem. Highly recommended. They just eat it all. They mowed all this down, or trampled it. Either way, it's clear enough till you get over the places where they weren't at, or they were at too long ago that it's grown back up a bit. And then they're gonna get all of this down in the next couple days. Get them moved on to more. We've had such a wet summer that our sheep can't keep up with the grass. We have to expand the flock, keep our yard a little nicer, because I don't want to have to mow. And this is just so much more peaceful, better for the environment. Our soils have improved dramatically. When we first moved here a couple years ago, we had such bad flooding. The soils wouldn't hold the water. It had not been cared for years. There hadn't been any animals on it. It had just been left to grow in places and then mowed pretty thoroughly in others, and you're left with soil that's eroding, or sod that's only a couple inches deep, floats on top of lakes of water underneath it. You'd step on it and it'd ripple across the lawn. Didn't do anything to absorb the water, just let it shed, either on the surface or in the subsurface. We did a little bit of ditching here and there to get through that rainy season, help get the water off of the standing bits, because standing water just compacts the soil. Doesn't do anything good for it. We get the water off of it, get the plants a chance to grow, and that helped tremendously, but it still wasn't enough. We still experienced considerable flooding. We got sheep, and we haven't had really the issues since then. Now we still have water. We got really bad storms last night and quite a bit of rain, and a couple of years ago, the spot I'm sitting in right now, the spot those sheep are in, would have been underwater. Those sheep would have been standing in a foot of water, and they're not. I was just over there, and it's moist, but not a pool of water. And then the rest of the soil is also moist. Like it's retained the water where it fell, thanks in large part to their manure and letting the plants grow and be cut down and trampled down. It brings the organic matter back to the soil, and allows nature to take its course. When you get the organic matter into the soil and you get nutrients from the droppings, allows the insects to pull them down, and these roots to expand and do their job at holding the soil and bringing the water deeper into it. It's all about getting the organic matter deeper into the soil. Not only does it help with our issues of flooding and whatnot, it helps with carbon capture and all those other things that are so important these days. Just having the animals back on the land, doing what they're supposed to do. And it's awfully peaceful.